Well, good evening, Academy 55 premium members. David Kahn here on Thursday, the 24th of July, 2025. It's 5 to 7 in the evening here in the UK, and we're looking at the 1 minute time frame with the Academy 55 strategy and indicators. We're currently on the US 100, also known as the NAS 100. And as you can see, we are as simply as we've been in the sell zone on the 5 minute time frame. So we are waiting to activate the next sell. As simple as that. But the volume is very, very poor. It's if we look over back along up to these areas here, this is when the New York Stock Exchange first opened, when we usually see good amounts of volume. It sort of died off and died off and died off and dwindled, and now it's hardly anything at all. This is like 2,000 units between there and there. Incidentally, that's where the stop loss would be if indeed activating on the sell. You got a red trend line, red volume ribbon. It's gone green, but if price carries on down there, it'll go red again, flipping that parabolic SAR above price. But it's got to get all the way down to here before I'd consider taking the sell. Actually, that's where the stop loss would be. And you may notice the entry would be where the purple line is. Now, considering sometimes we have a bounce, like a bounce, and then came back down again, bounce, came back down again. I'd want it to break that. So it's going to be a bit longer than 2,000 units. This, I want to get price down to there really to prove that it's broken this purple line and not indeed just bouncing. If indeed we get that far, waiting for a bit of volume to come in, but maybe at 7 o'clock, indeed, volume may kick in. Who knows? We've got a little bit of imbalance down here. So there's a reason for price to get down to these levels here. And hopefully, for our case, maybe a little bit beyond as well, really. I mean, there's a little bit of volume here, a little bit of imbalance here. So if it gets down to these levels, we'll be well happy because our 2% target is in the way. But we've got to switch on our MT4 now. And we're activating on this sell. But I'm waiting for it to get 2,000 units, which is equivalent to about 2 pips in the Forex world. Make sure you've got your risk to reward in purple, your lot calc in purple, your all important 1% risk. And I like to turn that on as well, just in case I need to close all trades. But everything's really, we've got lots of consolidation around here. It's breaking out a little bit now. I need to see it break this purple line really to give me more confirmation. So I'm looking for a little bit more than 2,000 units between stop loss and entry, I guess, before considering getting in. And we'll see where we are. We've got no red flag news on the horizon, so nothing to really officially to make the markets move. Although if somebody in power says something contrary to what's going on, it'll turn it the other way and vice versa. We won't know about that until it actually happens. But we trade what we see, not what we think anyway. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And indeed, we might get more of this lack of enthusiasm, lack of volume, call it what you will, indecision. Even on the minute candles, indecision, indecision, indecision. Sellers try to get into charge, but now we've got indecision again, just on here. It's not looking that good. Maybe because it's so close to closing time, this may be where this is maybe the trend for the rest of the the shift, basically. But you know, we never know. We never know. Things may happen for us. If you're on YouTube, please bear in mind that what you are watching is there's a bigger delay. If you are a member of Academy 55, you're in the webinar with me. As things are a little bit more instant, but even about then, I am reminded in telling you that trades are for educational purposes only. Whatever trades I trade so you don't have to if you don't want to. Not forcing your hand to do anything at all. You're all big boys and girls. But I know that people do trade alongside me. That's entirely up to them. I'm not coercing them in any way to do so, as long as you all understand that. And trading tomorrow will be taken by my business colleague, Steve Dawson. He'll be here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I am rather busy and tied up tomorrow morning and can't get to the internet. So Steve has jumped in. Steve is a very successful trader, and he's done many successful trades using the exact same strategy as we're doing now, the Academy 55 system and strategy. And he'll be on tomorrow looking at the EUR USD Friday, the 25th of July, and he'll be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I hope all the Academy 55 members will be here supporting him. Spread the word. But at the moment, yeah, we're just seeing this consolidatory move, picking up orders. There's not much volume around, so they're going on a bit of a stop hunt. Retail traders are coming in and thinking, well, it is going down because we've got lower lows being formed, lower lows. So if anything, we are selling a bit. So they might be putting sell orders here with a stop loss about here. Stop loss is an order. So price action says, thank you very much. I'll take that stop order, get the equity for myself, and we'll just carry on in this vein here because we are making money out of you guys, you dunderheads. Sorry, I should have. I didn't say that. Anyway, so yeah, we're experiencing a lot of consolidation. So I'll get off this a minute and just this is I'll mark it up just in case anybody's in any doubt of what the consolidation is. Actual fact, I like to put it on the just remove that a minute. Take the indicators off. Let's have a good look at the bigger picture while we're here, I guess. So let's go on the daily. And as we can see on the daily, I'll remove that a minute from the previous day. Remove all those drawings here. So the just here today, just there, the US 100, the NAS100 reached the highest point it has ever done so. Just there, setting new records all the time. And will it still be pushing up? Let's put it on the 4-hourly, see what happens. And it looks like it's still pushing up, if anything, isn't it? Doesn't help us because we've got a big sell zone here, so I wouldn't want to be going any higher because we just don't know how high it's prepared to go. It's just the way it is, isn't it? So let's put it on the hourly. Look at all this consolidation, it's ridiculous. All this is consolidation from there down to, I would say, there. This is all consolidation. Let's get the right box for it. Yeah, that's all consolidatory with a little bit breaks to the downside. We haven't got any major imbalance. Maybe a smidgen on there, but that's a long way away from where we are anyway. So there's no real big reversal rolls zones. So I would suggest we'll probably stay like this in this consolidatory phase till at least the end of the day. Let's go down to the 15-minute. Yeah, nothing exciting going on to see here. So let's put that onto there. Let's go down to the 5-minute, and again we've got this big consolidatory move, but we're within that consolidatory move here. We at least on the 5-minute we got some imbalance down here that needs to be filled if they want to do that. But again, if the decision is to go even higher than it's ever been here, we might see record building over tomorrow. But nevertheless, we will put our horizontal rays in to tell us where the sell zone is there. Where the buy zone is here. We have to learn to just take whatever the situation allows us to take. And it ain't giving a lot, really. Not very appetizing at all. It's going higher again. What can you do? This is all consolidatory. Let's put the indicators back on. I wouldn't want to be taking that buy because of this sell zone here. So I'm not interested in buys because this is the highest it's been. And really it's a question of the unknown after that. So, you know, even in gambling terms, you're really gambling. You want to take that buy, which I wouldn't. So we are waiting for another sell, but there's no volume, no enthusiasm to bring it down. So this is what we're waiting for. So let's have a quick look at the euro. Yeah, the euro could still be active. So again, take the indicators off. See where we are with the euro. Right, with the euro, we are in between zones. Horizontal ray. horizontal array. Eventually. Come on, where are you? Just down there. Right, let's see what happened there. Let's get our time machine at least. Let's have a bit of, see if we can see. There it went into the buy zone. So we would take the next buy. So we'd go down to the minute time frame, put our indicators back on. So we know to take the next buy. So let's see what happened at just after 6 o'clock. We take the next buy alert. And indeed, we got a buy alert there. So you would go for a long position, 2 to 1. I like to keep 2.2 pips away, which is there. Which is down, and the stop loss will be there, where the red meets the green. So that'd be down there. 2 to 1 there. Let's blow this up a bit so you guys can see that. But I wouldn't want to be taking that now because the buy alert came here. So I guess technically you would be going there, and your 2 to 1 would be way up here. But as you can see, it came right down. Will it wipe us out? I don't know. Ooh, very near, not quite. That is a 3 pip stop loss. It's not too bad. Are we going to get our 2%? Yay, we did. We would have got our 2% at getting in at 6:15 in the evening. Nearly got out there, not quite. But and that's all because we got into the buy zone, just proving that these things do work. So that's that. Let's do away with that. Yep. And now we're waiting. That was from yesterday, so I'll get rid of that one. But this is our start of our buy zone for today on the EUR USD. So technically we are waiting for the next buy. So I'm going to put that alongside the US 100, which is now in the sell zone. This is the buy zone for the EUR USD. So I wouldn't be continuing on with that sell. I can't anyway because we've missed that. So I will be waiting for the next buy on the EUR USD, and I'm waiting for the next sell on the US 100. So that's where we're at the moment. And the good news is, the really good news is, we ain't lost any money. So before we carry on, we'll play this.
Hi, this is Steve with a very short video to show you where to get the training for the indicators and tools we use inside Academy 55. So once you're logged into the members area, you'll see in the premium dashboard this section that's entitled Start Learning. And if you click here, that'll take you through to the learning library. Now, we'll say at this point, we highly recommend you watch each of these videos 2 or 3 times to get a full understanding of how everything works. Here you'll find tutorials on using the MT4 Trade Assistant and how to use the MT4 platform with the Trade Assistant. This is the longest video you'll find inside the platform. It's around 30 minutes long, well worth your time. Watch the video once, then maybe write a few questions down that you might have for yourself and watch the video for a second time, and things will really start to make sense. By the time you watch it 3 times, you'll fully understand how everything works. So that's the longest video. It's about 30 minutes long, well worth your time. And then you can jump into individual trainings here for how to remove indicators. These videos are just a couple of minutes long. How to move MetaTrader around like you can in TradingView, Trading Assistant controls, how to do back testing in TradingView, how to draw vertical lines to mark out your hour, and so much more. And by the time you watch this video or see this video, there might be other trainings in this section. But everything here is well worth your time, and you find that, as I said a moment ago, from the main dashboard in the Start Learning section. Now, one more thing just to mention here. If you're looking for anything in particular, if you come down to the support name of FAQs, click on Get Support, and in this area you'll find a detailed FAQ section, and you can come through here. For example, if you're looking for an answer to a question about MetaTrader, have a look through these, and once you click through you'll find direct links to videos that give you answers to most of the questions that we get asked on a regular basis. So hopefully you found this useful, and back to your further training.
Yep, thanks very much, Steve. And you'll see Steve again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock UK time, taking my session because I've got other duties I need to attend to. Steve will be here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, supplying a link for all you guys with Academy 55 as per normal. So go and support him and see if you can get a trade or two. Right, so we're waiting for a sell on the US 100 because we're in the sell zone, and we're waiting for the next buy on the EUR USD. And because of the timings, well, as you can see, it's looking more or less, they got about the same amount of volume in both of them at the moment. Usually in the afternoon, US 100 has a little bit, quite a lot more volume than this, but it's hanging fire, just taking orders. It's the highest it's been. They might be waiting for something to confirm whether they could go higher. And if they go higher, of course, they're in unmarked territory. So we just don't know how high they would be prepared to go. So it doesn't really matter because the next one on the rank is a sell anyway, which we got a lot more data for. So I'd be a lot more happier taking a sell because of being in the sell zone anyway. And consequently, with the, I've just noticed something on the EUR USD. If I take the indicator off, just quickly go on the 5 minute. As you can see, we've had an anomaly from here where it's all been sell. So we've got an area here where I'd be interested in looking at the trade again, because price likes to get up to at least 55%, 50% and it may carry on to 61.8, 71.2, but that's the minimum it'll could go up to. So I will like to put a horizontal line just there. That's, of course, if it doesn't go any lower, because that's where I would consider price will be thinking about either bouncing or breaking. Again, go down on the minute. So I'll draw this up. Oh yeah, that was from our previous one. So let's just use that, and then we would be going from there because the trend line will be closer to the give a minimum of 2.2 pips away. But as I said just now, I would be a little bit concerned when price goes to that area. Incidentally, it's done that before. Look, will it bounce or break off that area there? But we might not get as high as that. Ah, hang on, sorry, I got that completely wrong. This is where the stop loss would be there. So if I wanted to get in, I would wait for price to get over that line there and then get in. That's if we get to that area, that's sort of with our trade. Right, okay, so we've got quite a few people on today, so I guess we'll use this time to throw open the chat. If anybody's got any questions about what they just seen, please go ahead and I will be able to see that on in the chat area and also on YouTube as well. Nice to see so many people on, but I hope you get a little bit out of this anyway, even though not much is happening. Like I say, we're in the we're waiting to take the next buy on the EUR USD. The sell's well and truly flattened out now. So, but like I said, I'd like to see price get beyond there. But I don't know. I think I might risk it if we do get that far anyway. And we're waiting for the next sell on the US 100. I'd rather take a US 100 trade because the EUR is the banks are closed now with the EUR, so it's just marking off, going off of whatever the guys in the US are doing. And if there's any volume going to come in, you'd think it would happen on the US 100 rather than the EUR USD, but we don't really know. But obviously, with the US 100, price has got to get down to there because of 2,000 units, which is equivalent to 2 pips. So the price has got to go all the way down here before I consider getting in. But by that time, there would be a healthy red trend, red wave, a nice big sell alert by the time we ever get down there. The EUR USD may, the way it's configured, might actually beat the US 100 to it. Because it looks like the US 100 is happily taking sell orders or buy orders, whatever the case may be. That's why you're getting all this sideways movement. Having said that, the US 100 has started, the EUR USD has started to do the same. So here we are. A lot of the evenings at 7 o'clock, we do get a lot of movement, especially on the US 100. I have seen some really good trades at this time of night on the US 100. From 6 o'clock UK time onward, really. But I wouldn't trade after 8 o'clock because you might get stuck in a trade and then the commissions go a bit crazy after a certain amount of time. I was going to say, and Coronation Street's on the television. No, I don't mean that. All right, we've got a buy alert on the US one. So the EUR USD. So I'm going to go on to the EUR USD and I like to keep a minimum of 2.2 pips away, 22. Turn it over to the lines. The buy alert, we did see a buy alert on the trading view. There we go. There's the buy alert on trading view, but it's not available on the MT4 version because the streams are slightly different. The information's slightly different, but they're not that different. A buy alert will, if price went up to there, a buy alert indeed would make itself known. But I think it's best to go on TradingView again, really, because we know we're near the minimum entry, and the trend line is still like a. If you imagine a clock face, the trend line is still like 5 o'clock. We want the trend line to go to at least 3 o'clock, and we got a bit more of a sell. So, yeah, okay. So what looked a bit like it could be a bit of a buy, it's coming down to fill out these imbalances and maybe carry on a bit. Who knows? But we're here, we're waiting just in case something happens. And we don't need to trade, do we? The most important thing is you're not losing any money. And that's the first rule. Don't lose any money. Second rule is go and say it to yourselves. I've said it many times. What's the yeah, in chat, write down what the second rule is we're after. First rule is don't lose any money. What's the second rule? I'll give you a clue. That's how important it is. So if anybody's listening, write down the second rule for me in chat so we can tell everybody else. What is the second rule? First rule is don't lose any money. Second rule is if there's anybody willing enough to put their fingers on the key. David, good job, David. David says, second rule is don't lose any money. Well done, David. Just a bit of fun, mate. So, yeah, protect your equity. Well done, Alina. Quite right. So, the first rule is don't lose any money. The second rule is don't lose any money. Yes, that's how important it is. And we're not losing any money because we're just watching. Nothing's happening as of yet. So, it's all good. Thanks for that, David and Alina. pretty just nice to see some of you guys awake, really. Anyway, so we got a buy alert here with the EUR USD. We're in the sell zone on the US 100, more of the same, really. So let's track this alert. The buy alert has appeared on the EUR USD. We've got FEG's fair value gaps up here. Look. Oh, it's just disappeared as I said that. I shouldn't have spoke so soon. So, yeah, we've got a buy situation, but the wave has just turned green. We've got a buy alert. The trend line is sort of leveling off a bit, so that's good. Let's make this go a bit more. But it's playing around. Well, it always plays around, to be fair. But so we're keeping an eye on it. I'm going to be very patient and wait to see what happens. There's nothing happen. I've got the other monitor on the US 100. So now we are. Let's go and have a look at the. I was interested in that line there. That's the 50%, isn't it, of the long. The put your Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. So this is an area of interest where price might bounce or break, but we're not anywhere near that yet. And on the US 100, things got rather a little bit exciting. Not really, but as exciting as it's going to get. But as you can see, we're not really in anything at all. Time is now 7:30. So this is the scenario for the sell on the US 100. I mean, the way the volume is at the moment, even if we got a sell, unless the volume bucks up significantly, even if we were down here, you'd think that this would take over an hour to get to 2%, judging by the way it's sort of going, like, you know. So I'm not too keen on that, even if we did have a sell, especially at this time of night. And also, well, not also, but the EUR USD looks the most promising out of the two at the moment. but it's playing around, and the way it's behaving doesn't inspire one with confidence anyway. But nevertheless, we can only do with what price is willing to give us. And so, and I've just been reminded, especially in can I extend that? Oh yeah, there. We are still within that hourly consolidation zone anyway, but that don't matter. The thing is, volume can all suddenly increase for no apparent reason to us, but sure doesn't give you a lot of confidence at the moment. So here we are. Has anybody got any good trades on the EURUSD or the US 100 today? We can, and if you put the time of you where you took the trade, we could go and have a look at that one. If you have any taken any good trades today, myself, I've not been at the screen of the duties. So if anybody's got any trades today they'd like us to have a look at using the Academy 55 indicators and strategy on the EURUSD or the US 100 that they've taken earlier on, give us the time you took the trade in the UK time, UK time, and I can go and have a look at that and we can show everybody else that. If not, that's fine. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Steve Dawson will be on at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, standing in for me. That's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, UK time. For all those members of Academy 55, finding the links in the usual places. So hopefully you'll join in then. It's now 20 to 8 in the evening. And with the EUR USD, price has surely got to go up to there to force that balance up below price. And that trend line's got to turn green, and that's got to turn green before we can activate on that buy. And if a sell was to happen, I would, in other words, if it goes down any further and a seller alert appears, I wouldn't be keen on taking the sell because we got a buy zone down there. So that wouldn't be too helpful to do that either. So nothing looking very promising at the moment, but price doesn't care about that. Doesn't care if you need to have a trade because you've got to pay the bills. And if you have to pay the bills, unfortunately, you shouldn't be trading like this anyway, because it doesn't work like that. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Look at that, the smallest candles in the world. No volume whatsoever. Have they all gone home early? The boss has gone home, so we'll go home early. There ain't nothing going on here. But, you know, things can change quite quickly, but there ain't nothing on the horizon to suggest they will do so. perhaps Trump's wig will blow off and make the market move. Who knows? Has anybody got a tin of paint we can chuck over the wall to watch it dry? But that leads me on to a good point. Trading is not meant to be exciting anyway. Think accountancy. It's not meant to be exciting. If you're bored as a trader, you're doing a good job because that's what you're supposed to be, bored and be methodical and there and ready to pounce when the exact time is right and not before. Alina says she was doing some trading yesterday around this time and got 2% on that trade. All right, hang on, we'll show it. Well done, Alina. Hang on, you guys can't see that yet. This is the trade that Alina's given us to see. Bit more than 2 to 1 there, Alina. Your stop loss should have been there, where the trend line was, if this drawing is correct. And that's not 2 to 1. I can see that from there. I don't see the markings, but that's like a 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1. But that's okay. But yeah, but there's a nice trade there, waiting for, and you get in, your stop loss will be there because the trend line would be closer to the entry. So you'd enter the trade about there actually. So the stop, you've got the stop losses down there, if I'm reading this correctly. The stop loss should be there where the trend line is. But so, but other than that, yeah, it looks a winner anyway. So well done. We've got a sell activated on the US 100 now. And the trend line's gone red, but there just ain't no volume. And it's 7:45 in the evening here in the UK. Unless the volume bucks up dramatically, I suggest any trade would be maybe take an hour plus to sort of do. David said, this is how my results have slowly improved. Wait, wait, and wait some more. Yeah, as long as you are getting the results, that's the important thing. It doesn't matter how long you wait, as long as you're precise. Trading is not supposed to be exciting. Right, so I need that stop loss to be there. From there to there before I would even consider getting in that trade. But the time is 7:45 now, and like I say, nothing really happening, is it? That's fine. Got the parallel SR on the flip on the buy. Stop loss would be there. But as you can see, there is no volume around, guys. There's no volume on the EUR USD because that is only 2 pips from there to there. I mean, that's minuscule. And this is minuscule also. There's just nobody's gone home. I don't think there's nobody's in attendance anymore. So, like I say, things could buck up between 8 and 9. Could do. And indeed, look at that even as I speak. Oh, guys. So I missed that completely. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take that. I missed it. Look, the stop loss should be there. So I'm going to increase that a little bit. Please forgive me. Well, see, look, see how what happened? Somebody came in and so now I've got like 2.5 pips, which is not a lot really, to be fair. 2451. That's right. Got to concentrate on this one now. So bye-bye EUR USD. So we got in 2451. Which is about there. So indeed, that's where I got in. But look how it bounced off the purple line. And that 2% takes me into quite well into the buy zone. Just there. Let's see where we are on the scheme of things with as far as the 5 minute is concerned. Right, we got imbalance down here, right where the buy zone is. So if price gets to the buy zone, I'd be putting my stop loss to my entry if we get that far. But what's worrying me is we've got a lower low there, a lower low there. Now we've got a little bit of a lower low there before it does all this stuff. So historically, we could be seeing a 1% out job, getting back into the buy zone again to again get more of the sell orders here. Could be. But we are at 10 to 8. Yep, that's where I'm at. Immediate history tells me that I'm a bit worried about going down, going up, going down, go up, go up, down, up. But you know, at the end of the day, it's just 1%. I could leave this going on till 9 o'clock. I would then go after 9 o'clock if we deem to get that far. Whatever it is, just before 9 o'clock, I will either put stop loss to entry or with down here, I might take the lot because of the timings of these things. Because there's just no volume here at all. That was rather exciting. I don't know what happened. His pen slipped. I don't know. That is a good just over a pip equivalent. That's about 10,000, 10 million, $10 million worth of investment there in 1 minute. So somebody somewhere has just invested, or it could be a conglomeration, of course. So I'm going to leave it play out until 9 o'clock. If nothing happens before then, oh, what am I doing? I haven't got the. Yeah, that's better. So you come down to respect the purple line. That's the worrying thing, bounced off that. It could keep on doing that, bounce again and bounce again. We want a candle like that right now to get down here, and that'll be good. But we're in it. Well, I'm in it. I trade so you don't have to. But even I'm on demo because I reached my target for the month. I thought I'd get that in. But even so, no excuses. I treat all trades, demo or live, exactly the same mentality, same caution, looking at the price action exactly the same. And I suggest you do similar, whether you're on demo or a live account. Don't change the way you think and act because it's demo or because it's live. Treat both the same and it'll stand you in good stead in the long run. If you lose on a demo account, remember how you felt when you lost on a live account and create the same feeling. Consequently, when you win on a demo, remember how you won on a live and treat it exactly the same. Thanks for Alina for sharing that with us. That was a good one. Okay, guys, I'm still with you. What I'm going to do is I am going to leave this on live now. I'm going to leave this up and running, but I'm going to mute myself so you guys can see all this. And if we get taken out, then I'll switch it off. Consequently, if it gets to 9 o'clock and we're still just milling around anywhere on here, I will turn the screen off and so I'll leave it running. I won't be seeing you tomorrow, but as always, have yourself a great weekend. I will see you all next. I will see you all next week. Don't forget, Steve will be here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. UK time. Tomorrow morning, standing in for me. I will leave this running like this. so you guys can see that in all its glory. And at 9 o'clock, I will come back again. Where's 9 o'clock? Oh, 9 o'clock's not till. There we go. 9 o'clock's not till there. So we'll see what happens with this, I guess. And where we're at 9 o'clock, that's where I'm going to be. I'm not going to let it run after 9 o'clock. And in that case, I will switch the video off anyway. Unless, of course, we get taken out, either a win or a loss. So go and see Steve tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock UK time. And I'll leave this running like this. Have yourselves a great weekend. And we'll speak to you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers for now.